Hello, and welcome to another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. Today we've got a bunch of mages, people, crazy things. Either way. So yeah, chuckle fucks.
It started already. It started already.
So, feeling the need to get out, Tony has decided to take a break from crafting in DeSaul's workshop and has gone to a little tea shop down the road called, I don't know, Starlight. Yeah, it's your basic little tea shop. And she's just sitting there, drinking tea. She's got her bag with her sword and everything. So, yeah.
Would Tony have dragged anyone along with her?
Yeah, if Logan was available, she would have dragged Logan along too, because she got some stuff to tell Logan.
Aw, hell. All right. Logan's just chilling then. Masculine today.
For about the next 30 seconds.
I mean, he's not wrong. All right, so they're just chilling. They're enjoying their tea.
Yeah. If anyone else wants to just walk in before the conversation gets started.
Okay, there's someone that's already there. A Japanese-looking woman with a laptop in front of her, typing on it with earbuds in her ears and a MP3 player hooked up to it. And she's randomly saying things softly in Japanese that sounds like cheers or curses.
Okay. Out of curiosity, I've got acute senses hearing and correspondence up. What kind of music is she listening to?
J-pop.
Early 2000s J-pop?
Current J-pop.
Ooh, all right. Logan just they kind of perk up as they kind of look into the direction of the person listening to J-pop.
And the soundtrack changes to a K-pop song. Huh.
Okay. Not quite caught off guard, but they're like, okay, I'm switching songs now. They may be tapping their foot along with the music. Tony, Logan's just kind of tapping their foot for no reason.
Tony's gonna look over and kind of raise an eyebrow. Is there a reason you're tapping your foot?
I'm listening to the music.
I'm not even gonna ask.
No, I'm literally listening to music right now.
Well, I don't hear anything, but I hope it's good music.
That's all right.
I intercede. You hear a crash from the kitchen, right at the back area where the staff are, and you hear angry shouting along the lines of, "I'm not giving you my recipe. Get the hell out!" A man in a waistcoat get physically shoved out of the kitchen.
You then hear kind of what I can only describe as someone vehemently apologizing in a very kind of I'm going to use the term semi-agitated English accent, and Gravedigger steps out, kind of dusting down his top hat where there's clearly flour that's been thrown on it, and saying, "Honestly, next time, give me prior warning before you attempt to sample someone's broth over the person stirring it whilst they're trying to add carrots."
But it wasn't right. It needed other ingredients, damn it! those carrots were not in season, and it
Yes,
had
yes.
too much coriander.
Logan is actively just staring now.
Tony's gonna kind of face palm and mutter, "Oh God, they're here."
Good afternoon, guys. Logan will just say, in also a bit of a weird English accent mixed with Eastern European accent. It's very odd. Okay, we're just gonna stand there. That's all good. Logan says, sips tea.
The girl at the computer, at the laptop, pulls an earbud out. What's going on?
The man in the waistcoat spins on the spot and just says quite sharply, "They're serving low-quality cuisine," and it look. You can tell.
I would like to point out that from this man's
perspective.
perspective, serving low-quality cuisine is tantamount to a death sentence.
Yeah, you get the going from his expression. It's like he's just said they served my pet rabbit into a stew in front of me. You get the impression if it would have had the same expression of abject horror.
Really? Is that all? And then she looks back at her computer. Oh, look what you made me do! I'm losing my place.
And
And
one thing I'd like to make a request here. Just give me a moment. Just a second.
Actually, while we do this, question: because of the fact that we can have rotes that are always turned on, does everyone ping as a mage under spirit sight?
Yeah.
yup.
Out of curiosity, though, side thing, right before you do Grave Digger, Ben, what's the woman playing? Like, would Logan recognize the sound? Does it sound like Overwatch?
Right now it's League. It'll be Overwatch later.
Okay, they don't recognize the League sounds.
Would anyone be kind enough to roll me and tell me how many successes they got?
How many dice?
8.
Okay, assuming dice stream comes up this century, I should be able to do it.
I can do it for you, man. If no one's having a problem with dice.
Tim, do it.
Yep. Just a sec. All right, 8 dice, you said?
Yeah, 8 dice, and I believe it would be standard diff.
All right. You've got 4 successes.
Excellent, because what you see is when the girl on the computer said when she said, "Oh, is that all?" You see his fists clench. He shakes slightly and then calms down. He's just resisted the urge to start physically beating the shit out of you.
Welcome to
Bad food is only a little thing.
welcome to what we can only actually Gravedigger will say this in character. Welcome to what scientists have only determined as Gordon Ramsay if he was to take a whole lot of methamphetamine.
So
Are
Gordon,
you calm?
like literally Gordon Ramsay. I'm
Yes.
absolutely convinced Gordon Ramsay is on meth or coke.
He kind of how tall is Pyro?
He's about 5'10".
Okay. Gravedigger kind of pats Pyro on the shoulder and goes, There, Pyro. I'm sure that one day we will find a restaurant in this fetid little city that matches your exacting approvals.
This
I
time,
bloody hope so.
Tony's gonna lean over to Logan and just kind of whisper, "Why are there 2 of them now?"
I don't know, but I'm enjoying this shit.
Ms. Zhang, I would like to point out that oh dear, I left Spider in the kitchen.
Oh shit!
The man in the waistcoat spins on the spot and goes, "No, no!"
Not the artichokes! And he grabs his top hat and runs back inside. You then hear cries of like, "Nehangma!
Yeah,
Very accurate.
You see the man in the waistcoat charge in, grab a load of those white imperial mints that you sometimes see at Chinese restaurants and start using them as weapons to distract people.
Paka.
See, I should have just stayed in Saul's shop and kept forging weapons. Yeah, this is what I get for trying to go out.
No, this is beautiful. This is just amazing.
Logan, no, this is not beautiful. I'm so tired. It's annoying.
No, look. It's great.
Speaking of great things, you can't say I'm a fantasy racist anymore.
I mean, why not?
Okay, because I just spent like an entire day and a half crafting weapons for vampires. Really hard, but I did it.
That literally does not mean anything.
Yes, it does. I'm being nice. I'm not a racist.
You can be nice to be. Tony, I have books for you to read.
Okay, I can do it in like 5 seconds. Do you have it?
Not on me. I don't really carry books on me. They're kind of useless to me now. But
There is a sound of what sounds like a giant metal pan hitting a wall, and some more screaming.
Well, if it's on technology, I can do that as well. But just want you to know, not a fantasy racist.
right.
Hang on, just a quick. Hey, Caleb. Just want to see if he exists.
Nope, just a pigment of our imaginations.
And apparently an
Yes,
old fishery. Huh.
I think bright blue. The pigment of your imagination.
So wait, we're live right now, or what?
Yeah, we're live.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get my
Right.
substitute.
Oh, sorry. To catch you up, hopefully you can improv. There's some crazy shit going on in the back of the kitchen where Spider has been placed by Evan, I think. There's a lot of shouting going on.
Damn it.
Basically, to kind of bring you up to speed, because this is just us doing basically improv comedy, Pyro, aka Anthony's Hollow One, was basically insulting the cooking of the Asian family who run this joint, and we were proceeded to be buffeted out of their kitchen with brooms. However, then we forgot that we'd left Spider in there, so Gravedigger ran back in before guns are drawn and the family don't exist anymore.
Yes.
Ay, Dios mío.
By the way, this is all happening at a tea shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, this is all happening in the back of a little family-run tea shop.
I would like to point out, I apologize for nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I-
never
I-
apologize for anything.
I say it's their fault. They should have had better stew. Well, actually, that's the thing. When you see Pyro come back out, you see an odd look cross his face. He tries to go back in, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to judge on this, Evan. I'm going to assume that you just see Gravedigger's arm, grab him at the shoulder, turn him back around, and just mutter the words, "No."
Basically, what Gravedigger actually does is he gives him a
context.
small. He gives him a small bag will appear through the door that might or might not contain dumplings, upon which Gravedigger has written the words "fuck off."
Nice. Hope they can read English.
But yeah, so after about 4 or 5 minutes more shouting, explaining, then the voices start to calm down, and you can hear the kind of nodding and kind of like, oh, so nice, or kind of everything gets nice and calm. And Gravedigger will walk out, kind of taking noodles off his top hat with Spider, kind of going, I'm surprised at your level of self-restraint. In the good old days, I'm pretty sure I would have had to clean them up with a mop.
Meanwhile, at this point, the new girl is actually screaming at the screen in Japanese.
Which physically hurts Logan. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so high pitched. Excuse me.
Can anyone here actually speak Japanese?
Logan's not
Nope.
Japanese.
Okay, for the benefit of those who can actually understand Japanese, she's basically blaming the rest of her team for her having to carry the match. And in the most invective way possible.
So Logan's just saying, excuse me.
What?
Oh god. I'm sorry. I know that game must be very, very, very important to you. Do you think you could possibly not be as high pitched, please? Thank you.
She just gives them this weird look and sits back down behind the laptop.
Yeah, because to her, the blind person walked up and said, "Can you please not? Thank you," without any real assistance. They're just getting up and moving around and shit.
But, by the way, Ben, sorry, we never actually did address that question earlier on. Does your character ping on Spirit side as a mage?
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone here does. The answer to that question was yes.
Yep.
I didn't hear the answer. Okay, my apologies.
It's all good, man. My bad.
But Gravedigger kind of he dusts down the hat and places it back firmly on his head, and he says, well, Pyro, so do you like this location to be your new restaurant? We can try and finance it if you do.
It might work, but we need to improve the kitchen.
Yes. C'est la vie. Where are my terrible manners? By the way, Gravedigger, who has the tact of what can only be described as a sledgehammer, looks at the new person and extends his hand. My name is Gravedigger, and you are Miss
Busy. She doesn't even look at the hand. She's still just typing on the computer.
Confirmed. She's Miss Busy.
Very good. Everyone, her name is Busy, and busy shall she be called. And then he kind of does he kind of sweeps her in a grand statement. And this is Busy's body. Everyone, we have discovered it.
We have found a busybody.
Yep.
Busy's body of Busy's work.
Oh.
I just have to say that sometimes I regret joining this group of
Yeah, you should have totally joined.
malcriados.
Totally
Oh,
joined that.
Seeley, I have just given you the clap.
Damn it! Now we have to go back to the doctor.
No?
I would like to point out, as the Mexican immigrant, you're the one who's most likely to have to clap, sir.
Excuse me, sir? As a man who's the result of the Mexican immigrant, you're about to be breathing through a new hole in your head.
I'm just okay. I'm not going to make slightly. Oh crap, dude! Don't flag us, YouTube. I love Mexicans.
Wow.
I swear to God, if you get me
Love my
banned,
brothers.
your ass.
What the fuck, man?
What the hell have we done?
Yes.
Try to reel it in, guys.
This is one of those moments where,
Flames, and I love it.
unfortunately, this is one of those moments where quick wits are unfortunately quicker than brain can cope with. But he will say, "Okay, allow me to reiterate that statement. My name." He kind of scans the roof and the area. I'm assuming this is a small ma and pa style tea shop. There's not going to be like advanced surveillance or anything like that. And he's going to say, "Allow me to rephrase that. My name is Gravedigger of the most honorable society of Hollow Ones, and you are."
Jennifer Melody, virtual adept.
Logan hears
It is a
that. They
pleasure.
perk up. Oh, shit. All right. They're smiling
It
at
is a
this
pleasure.
virtual adept.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Melody.
I'm sure it is. Now let me deal with this next league match.
Overwatch is better.
Oh shit! Logan just gets up and starts backing away from that. They're not.
Yeah, but I'm only practicing on League. I actually record Overwatch.
Oh, we should group up sometime. See how that works.
Oh wow, what a surprise! A couple of Asian nerds playing esports.
Pyro looks at Gravedigger and it's
Still with the casual.
utters the word.
Like,
What the shit?
Oh my god!
It's equal. It's equal. Okay, we're all making fun of each other.
I mean,
Yes.
Wow.
By the way, Pyro looks between Gravedigger and Spider, and you just hear him mutter,
What, do you have like a racism beam on or something?
No, Gravedigger kind of shakes his head slightly and says, "No, no, 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 no. Let them play their games."
You do realize
Okay.
I'm American, right?
Okay,
Americans.
I didn't
can be
say
Asians.
Chinese.
You said
Yeah.
Asian.
I would like to point out a Gravedigger raises the central finger of his left hand, not to give you the finger, but like holding it up as point of information. Asian is also considered an ethnicity as well as a global demographic. You, my dear, are at least somewhat Asian, thus he is technically correct.
Sips tea. Let's this
The world
happen.
revolves on technicalities.
You kind of see Tony's hand twitch towards her backpack.
Ms. Zhang, I assure you, before your sword was drawn, it would not go very well for you.
See,
Could
you're
you
assuming I
please
draw
put your
my
dick
sword.
away? I'm busy.
Oh no, she hasn't
I was
even whipped
inspired,
at her
you know.
snake yet.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
say Spider looks down at his crotch and looks back up. I don't think it's
All right, look, guys. Real shit. They kind of just stand up. You think we can, on some real shit, chill on the casual racism, as hilarious as you may find it? I think it's just getting a lot of people uncomfortable. Yeah.
I was going to say, just as an out of character
Yeah, well-
note, yeah, let's just kind of reel it back because even I've kind of stepped into, as I said, I feel kind of bad now because, you know, my brain responded quicker than my brain allowed me to respond. So let's just, yeah.
You will see Pyro put his finger against one of the cup, against the cup of tea put in front of himself, and you'll just see it immediately start to boil.
With a name like Pyro, my God, what do you expect?
Wait, my bad. What did Pyro do?
Yes, the perfect steak roast. It technically allows me to heat drinks up too.
No, I'm sorry. What did
Hooray.
Pyro did?
He basically heated up a cup of tea.
Oh, okay.
He touched the cup and it boiled.
Like Logan's cup or just a cup?
His.
A cup.
Okay.
He got himself a cup of tea and made it heat up because cool tea is not pleasant. According to the man whose name is literally Fire.
Now then, let's all be nice and civil. So, what brings you out on this lovely afternoon then, Logan?
Well, Tony wanted to break from the usual, so we went somewhere unusual. And then it got really unusual.
We do tend to do that.
I wish I could go back to the usual.
I'm surprised, by the way. And Gravedigger, he takes a seat in a booth that's directly opposite you and kind of, lays back in it, putting his feet up and his hands behind his head. And he says, "So, I'm surprised that all of you goo... I've finally determined your general acronym. I'm surprised that the Scooby-Doo gang hasn't gone and investigated those sites I gave you yet."
Better than being the Edgelord gang.
My dear, at least mine was witty.
Not
I'll
really.
say Spider laughs. He's like, "Yeah, we are."
Is that what this has turned into now? Logan will kind of lower the the sunglasses that they have. Oh, are we pulling the dicks out now? Is that what's happening?
No, we're doing
I
dicks
think they're
already.
still on. I think they're still on the smallest penis measuring contest.
You haven't seen Pelagius, obviously.
All I'm saying is, if you keep up referencing dicks, you're going to be the person that's known as referencing dicks all the time.
Logan kind of
No. Gravedigger actually looks up, and his one kind of green eye kind of looks genuinely sincere as he wears an eye patch over the other one. He says, "No, I'm being genuinely serious. There are still 2 more entities of interest in the city. I was surprised that you haven't done anything about it before now." Did I die? Am I here?
You're still there.
Yeah, you're still here.
I think
Okay.
it's because out of character, like we had downtime and like STs haven't really been around.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a thing. It's throwing shade about an ST not being able to run a scene is kind of like we can't really respond to that.
He's not throwing shade about you happen. I mean, he's actually more curious because you got this. I don't know. I suppose you could make that. I'm kind of pondering it now. I suppose you could make that argument, but I think it's also because the scene's going to happen in like a day or two, so he's actually prompting action. If that makes sense.
I mean, that's fair.
Jen just rolls her eyes, hits Alt F4 on her keypad, and shuts the lid on the laptop. Okay, what's going on?
Well, no offense, my dear. And Gravedigger sits up, but we. Perhaps I've actually said too much, and he knocks his he kind of knocks his top hat off and puts it on the table. But we don't know you. I know who you say you are, but I've never met you before. So how do I know I can trust you?
How do I know I can trust you,
You can't.
Mr. Oh, that's great. I'm not going to.
That's nice.
And then she turns towards Tony and Logan. So what actually is going on?
Cross-dressing Infernalists.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They were cross-dressing?
Yeah.
Ah. Okie dokie then.
Yeah. It was a
Were they singing the Time Warp song too?
Oh, I fucking hate that musical. Anyway,
Literally, as you say that, every single edgelord in the room eyes you.
Logan feels that side eye.
The sound of a switchblade being opened.
Oh God! Look, oh, you have no idea how much Logan wants that throwdown with Spider. Don't tell me that.
But, So, Well, since the cat is now well and thoroughly out of the bag, I suppose. Yeah, cross-dressing Infernalists, because, the kind who stick to their own genderal pronoun are just dull.
I mean, they
I'm
really
not dull.
They really
I'm a little dull, I'm not gonna lie.
You're a whole
Yes, Alexis would tend to agree with you, dear.
Logan will just look over at Tony and say, you are a lot of adjectives I would not use right now.
Can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Logan.
I mean, that's up to you.
I'm going to say that Spider will produce a flask. He will take a sip and offer it to anyone who wants them.
What is in the flask?
I'll say tequila.
Yep.
Because,
Gravedigger will take a shot of it and kind of wince ever so slightly. Huh. Anyone else care for a snifter?
Why would I trust any alcohol that's been near you?
You see, and Gravedigger looks at her and he smiles. With an attitude like that, you might just see the end of all this. However, I assure you it's not poisoned. And he kind of moves it across the table, just like.
Then how is it alcohol?
All right, then I'll rearrange my sentence. It's not lethally poisonous.
She just shakes her head.
She don't want it. She don't want it.
Yes, yes. Pyro. Do you want us?
He'll take from his pocket a shot glass and a magnifying glass, like a little jeweler's magnifying lens. Come in and actually examine it, and you'll hear him start
God damn it.
about like the year it was made, the smell. He isn't drinking it. He's just like assessing.
You're looking at the man, Logan, who created your favorite shot in the form of the. Sorry, in the form of the what's it called again? Oh, what's it? Oh yes, it's called the Purple Umbra, aka that shot that gets people so fucked up they hallucinate.
Oh, you are the one that made that.
Isn't that the one that
course.
pretty much almost killed Michaela?
Yup.
Yes.
I can't help what people do with my recipes, and he's just concentrating on the tequila.
Now that is an alcohol connoisseur.
I can tell you right now, he has most definitely gotten pissed in some of the finest establishments underneath their steps.
I bet. I'm just wondering why he's so worried about a tourist trap dump like this. Of course it's going to be substandard.
He will spin on the spot like a top and just glare at you. And
Great.
Hear angrily, serving bad food.
Yeah,
No
it's like-
excuse.
I don't know why you got mad either, but you're my compadre, so you whatever.
Gravedigger kind of gets up and he puts a hand on your shoulder and he squeezes it in a reassuring manner and he says, everyone has their own eccentricities. And needless to say, Pyro believes that what we consume, what fuels us, should be perfect. After all, if we cannot have perfection that we have within ourselves, then it's not worth having, according to him. As I say, we all have our own eccentricities.
Hey,
He nods like, yes. And then goes back to examining the tequila. Still not drinking it.
I gave him some. He can do with it what he wants.
well, at least this is less eventful than my moving into this city.
What happened?
Moved in.
I had a bit of a pest problem.
Ooh.
Define pest.
Slavering,
Food
bone
critics.
swords, trying to kill everything around it. You know, that kind of pest.
Leeches?
I didn't see any vampires, but it kind of, I don't know, looked like something they'd make.
Caleb, you actually possess Sabbat lore, don't you?
Yes, I do.
That,
That's applicable. As Vampire ASD, I will call that applicable. Do you want to roll it?
yeah. So Caleb, give your intelligence plus Sabbat lore check a C and see if it'll knock for you.
Out of curiosity, how much Sabbat lore does a spider have? Just one? One dot? Okay.
When you grow up in Mexico City and you know about vampires, you know about the Sabbat.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sabbat Venue for Life 2017.
I'm probably not going to get this, but all right.
Remember willpower; it's your friend.
I would say he's not going to spend. No, he will. He would spend a willpower on this.
All right.
He does not like the Sabbat. Let me give this a roll. So I only have one dot in lore in that, so that's one. So it'd be 3 dice because I have 2 intelligence, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Double checking.
Holy crap.
Let me see it.
What's the diff?
6, 10.
Standard diff.
So that's 4 successes.
So
with the,
yeah,
well,
4
3 with
successes.
willpower.
Wow. Okay. What
Yes.
Jennifer ran into last night is a Schwatzka, a war ghoul,
Oh.
specifically made
Um,
by Samitzis.
Yeah. Not sure if you'd be able to know Zamisi, but I'll leave that up to you. Then.
I
On
don't
4
think-
successes, I think he'd be able to know it's a Samitsi creation,
That's fair.
Okay. Then I'll share that information with everyone there.
especially when one of those successes was a 10.
Hey. I mean, again, he didn't have a lot of contact with him because he left Mexico City after he ascended. But yeah, I'll lay out all the cards on the table. We're all friends here, I assume, somewhat, possibly.
Apart from League Lady.
she
I
is
just
friend.
know.
She doesn't
So,
seem to be
what?
able to be anyone's friend.
So, sorry, Caleb, explain it just a little bit in character so we can kind of be all on the...
So yeah. Hey, that might be like. You ever heard of some Zamizis or something?
No.
He
That's
says
that.
they're a type of. Again, he's using code words, so he's like, it's a type of leech, right? It can rework flesh, to make it look like something else. You know what I'm talking about?
Ew.
Yeah. I agree.
You're telling me those used to be people?
He says that sounds like one of the leech's human servants.
I mean, it looked like something out of StarCraft.
Yeah. They do have a tendency to do that. He's kind of at a loss of words because again he wasn't expecting to run into this sort of thing out here. And he says that they craft their servants into looking like that, and they use them as like shock troopers or something like that.
Ew.
Tony's gonna look over at Logan. She looks pretty pissed. She's just gonna say, "So if that's what I think it is, then yeah, we should totally go out and find them and slaughter them all."
By the way, if you capture one, totally pull on his head. I'm sure it's just a mask, and underneath it's Old Man Withers.
Jen will actually straight up.
Gravedigger
crack up
offers a
laughing
fist.
at that.
Gravedigger offers a fist bump for expanding on his Scooby-Doo analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen actually cracks up laughing at that.
So, you mean to tell me that they create these things just as walking, talking murder on a stick?
See?
Ew.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, yeah.
That's not very pleasant. Didn't one of their Grand High Poobah things get offed recently by our intrepid selves?
Like, specifically you and me, I don't remember that, but
No. He's looking at Logan and Tony.
We took down something that resembled that description.
We
Leash.
took down Zalish.
What's as a leash when it's at home?
What he said.
As meat. It sounds like the common
Easy,
cold. It sounds like
something.
something. It sounds like something you'd say when you sneeze, doesn't it? As a meat see. Yeah, that luck.
Yeah, Zalish was
He
one
was-
of the flesh crafting leeches. And
So are these his minions that are still roaming about, or are they something else?
well, I don't know. You said, or not you, but the other dude said that it was all like crafted and fleshy. I'd assume it was the same thing. I don't know. I don't know of any other leeches here that crafted flesh recently. Not that I've heard of, other than Zalish. and after he was killed, he probably had minions, so it's not too far of a step to go.
Where did this? Gravedigger kind of extends his hands behind his head as he leans back again. Sorry, Miss Melody, that was your name. If I may ask, where and when did you encounter this lovely little dalliance of human creation? Did I die again?
No, still here.
Ben may have died.
No, I'm here. What happened? I was distracted.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, sorry. Gravedigger asked, he said, so if I may ask, where and when did you find this rather unpleasant creature?
I just moved into an office in the business district. Happened last night, actually.
All right. Well, he kind of looks at Spider and he says, we might have to have a look back and see if we can see where it came from, because if this is one of Zulicia's boys, then obviously their boss is dead. But if it's not, then we might have another one of them running around on our hands. Ugh. Well, the city in mortal peril, good old supernatural people being harassed in their homes. It must be Monday.
Yeah.
Or some other
Wow.
day ending in a Y.
This is a hell of
Yep.
a welcome to a new city.
Well, it gets worse, don't worry.
Oh, it gets vastly better. Don't worry.
Oh,
You tell me when it gets better. I'd like to see where that magical place is.
It's somewhere over the rainbow, you know, where the skies are blue.
what, Tokyo?
Yeah, let's go with Tokyo. Oh, dearie my. Pyro, are you done looking at your booze?
His head suddenly like darts up. What? Who? What? Why?
Have you finished looking at your booze?
Yes. And he actually
Are you
gives
going-
it back to Spider and goes, I don't think it's good enough for what I was planning. I'll have to get
Okay,
another
I'll just throw it back.
You wanted me for
Yeah, waste
something,
not whatnot.
Gravedigger?
I beg your pardon?
You wanted me for something?
No, I just wanted to make sure that you hadn't, I don't know, inward compartmentalized yourself within the cosmic universe again.
That only happened once. I was practicing.
I was going to have to get this thing.
Yep, last time that happened we had to get the jaws of life, and you know, I didn't like doing it the first time, and I don't intend to do it a second time.
Not my fault.
Yeah.
So, at the risk of being overly friendly, I don't know many of you that well. I'm not intended to learn you that well tonight. But if any of you ever need some help with protection or something, you always hit me up.
He
Need
is
help with what?
obscenely good at his job.
I'm sorry, there was a glitch in the Matrix, apparently. Need help with what?
If you ever need help with any protection or something like that.
Okay. And back in character for me.
He's also good if you require inhumation.
Oh, really?
I
If you
thought that was
need-
my job, Spider.
If you need any computers, game consoles, or whatnot repaired or overclocked, I'm the person to talk to.
Ah, You'll have-
He keeps betting and goes, no, my computer has a little clock in the corner. I don't need more.
No. Overclocking means it runs faster.
He kind of looks up from where Gravedigger's lying down. He says, "She sounds an awful lot like Cypher."
Hey, here's what I say we do. I say we start a business together. You find hackers, like we work together and we get paid to find hackers and, unalive them.
But one of your best friends is a hacker.
No, I mean not like that. Like you're playing whatever Overwatch or whatever thing you're playing, and someone's hacking, and then they pay us, and he motions over to the hacker person, virtual adept, and he says, they pay her to find them, then I find them, then I make them the past president of the Being Alive Club.
This is almost as brilliant as the time you recommended we buy, and I quote, a fleet of taco vans that sell tuna fish tacos exclusively.
Well,
Oh my god, that sounds good.
he says, I don't think it'll sell that great here.
That was the only day. That was the only day that in all the time that I've known you, I legitimately thought about tossing your head into a blender.
That wouldn't have gone well.
And Jennifer is slowly edging towards Tony and Logan.
Logan's pretty much chilling at this point.
I would like to point out that if you can't make casual remarks about the brutal murder of your friends, then they're clearly not your friends.
Very
Clearly.
true.
And edging further towards Logan and Tony.
As Logan feels Jen moving closer, Logan will just kind of pat the seat next to them, so that way she knows that it's all good for her to come on over, and that she doesn't need to come over anymore.
Wow.
In case the name hasn't inferred it, we're hollow ones. We're kind of hollow on the inside.
Yeah.
Despite the flamboyant dress.
He says a shovelhead once came at me with a broken bottle, told me he was going to kill me. I laughed and said I'd been dead inside for years.
What's a shovelhead?
Oh.
Was that-
He goes, don't worry about it. If it pops up, it pops up.
Literally, if a shovelhead pops up, it pops up. Dum-dum.
No, the shovel had
I remember you
pops up,
mentioning
and then we'll initiate
something like that once.
for the Methuselah and Siren.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like legitimately, can you imagine like 7th gen, because one's a Misi got rowdy, 7th gen hollow, it says 7th gen shovelheads, because fuck you.
Fucking insane, man.
And that's when the Vampire AST decided to write up a 2nd gen NPC.
So, unrelatedly to anything else, hey, you ever thought about maybe moving to Tokyo?
Yeah, I hear that it's lovely this time of year.
He will say, unfortunately, I think we'll have a hard time in the bathhouses, and he motions to his tattoos.
Moving to Tokyo and firebombing Hong Kong.
No.
I'd like to point out, from what I keep reading in the papers, the people of Hong Kong are pretty good at firebombing, shooting, and in general massacring themselves without our help.
If you say so.
Yeah. Now there's this mass shooter running around the place, apparently gunning down people. And, the city had problems to begin with. If it wasn't, had problems to begin with, and now they've got mass bloody murderers.
I mean...
And a sniper, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll say at the mention of mass murderers, he kind of looks around at the table, the 3 hollow ones. He goes, well, I mean, aside from us, obviously.
Aside from us, obviously, yeah.
So apparently Jen and Spider thought of the same joke at the same time.
Player
Out of character high five.
Yeah.
You won't see Pyro take a book out from his pocket and just start writing notes. And
the book might or might not be called How to Cook People. Not How to Cook for People. No. How to Cook People.
It does in fact have that. However,
How to
Spider
cook
and
40
Gravedigger
people.
can both see over his shoulders. Thing is, gunman equals possible source of prime, underlined with energy shield written beneath it. He's a slightly weird experiment.
If it means that, hang on, I would like to point out, I have pioneered a new mage technique. It's called literally, if you can dodge a bullet, you can dodge a bullet.
This is true.
Oh no!
Thomas
Pyro's
did not
method
want
is
to
much
dodge a
simpler.
bullet.
Pyro's method is far simpler. It's create an energy shield and then do in reverse. Instead of making energy from prime, I take the forces and I turn it into prime. Free quintessence!
So basically, energy absorption shield. Nice.
I basically turn the kinetic energy of bullets into quint.
Nice.
It's one of his experimental things.
Which means that we get to shoot at him occasionally.
Mhm.
The bulletproof vest wasn't necessary last time. I wish we'd known that.
I'd like to put out-
Piccolo.
I'd like to point out a bulletproof vest might not be necessary. This is why the last time we did it, Spider aimed for the kneecap.
Yeah. You're expecting the bullet to the torso.
We have a fully functioning friendship. And by that, I mean we have a guy who's our friend that somehow still fully functions. Anyway, moving through.
I wouldn't call what you guys have fully functioning, but okay.
We're
Hey,
still
friendship is magic, essay.
Hey, magic is heresy.
Squintingly looking over at you. ¿Qué?
¿Qué?
¿Cómo? You like emotions to everyone at the table. What? Also, tell that to the Celestial motherfuckers, the Callisto Chorus dudes.
Oh yes, magic is heresy. I'm sure they had such a great time during the Salem witch trials. Anyway, So, did you come, Miss Melody? Did you come to the city by yourself then?
I had a friend who came with me, but she's out shopping at the moment.
As I say, it's always dangerous for us to go around by ourselves, unless, of course, you have a psychotic death wish, or our Logan.
Hey,
Thank goodness I have a Logan.
thank goodness. What?
What was that? Sorry.
No, she said something about thank goodness.
Yeah, she said, thank goodness I have a Logan then.
I'm still up in victory.
By the way, Tim, can you do me a favor? Because it's just something I thought about, right? So Gravedigger and Logan have slept together at least once. We've said that this has in fact happened.
No, we said it was gonna happen at some point.
Have we fucked or no?
No,
Okay,
it's something that has been spoken about multiple times.
excellent.
This is starting to remind me of George Sakai already, man. I'm getting scared.
Oh my!
Just wait,
No,
you're
'cause-
next.
Yeah, because
I mean-
somehow, some way, he will have sex with you. And
Yep, that's-
Spider is secretly terrified of George Sakai.
You're on his home turf, dude. You're fucked.
No, George Takei is Japanese.
I'm unaware of this fact.
Come on,
However,
guys.
in this particular situation, I'm pretty sure elderly Asian people are everywhere. He could ambush you at any point.
He has a hard enough time like figuring out like that's a this or that's a that. Let alone trying to figure out if that's a George Takai.
Wow, the casual bigotry in this scene.
Hey, I didn't name anything by race. Just as a point of fact.
No, you just.
He just can't read Cantonese.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out, I'm really intimated there were a lot of elderly Asian people in Hong Kong, which I'm sure there is.
Yes. Again, I'm trying to not be offensive.
But yes. So
Oh,
going
it
back,
isn't.
Oh, bad bad.
I occasionally try. It doesn't work very well.
I'm just stating my fear of George Takei. That's completely fair.
Anyways,
He is
back to
he is the
character.
emperor. He is the emperor of the internet. But going back in character. But yes, I'm very sorry that your first impressions of Hong Kong were, how would I phrase it, spine-tingling horror.
Hmm.
Well, at least I know the city's dangerous.
That's one way of phrasing it, yes. Though I would admit, I haven't met a virtual adept before in this city, so it's good to have, how would I phrase it best? The technocracy have their ways, and he kind of intimates by moving his fingers in the whole kind of wibbly-wobbly woo way. So it's nice to have us who can understand their wibbly-wobbly woo.
Give me one of their codes and I can crack it anytime. Beginners! Noobs! She shouts at the ceiling.
Pyro,
Yes?
as I said, she reminds me of Cypher.
Only she's wearing more clothes.
This is also true. My personal information acquisition online individual also doubles as a stripper, so you are indeed wearing more clothing.
I don't do your personal. Oh, her. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jen just has this mask of what the fuck on her face right now.
She's the internet porn wizard. You'll encounter her soon. Yep. This is Gravedigger's Monday. It's a good Monday.
This is the sort of thing that happens.
Right. Gravedigger kind of stands up and cracks his knuckles. We have to go and attempt to find a location that you actually like, Pyro.
Not likely.
How about the Brotherhood of Mutants? Eh?
I refuse to get my spine broken.
No, the
Fuck.
Brotherhood of Mutants, because
I'm not.
he's Pyro.
I'm not fucking Magneto in this. You know, in this analogy, that makes you Mystique, which is ever so slightly mind fucking, and I don't want to contemplate it.
Technically speaking, that makes me Quicksilver, but I get your meaning.
That would also make you my kid, which is also slightly more mind fucking. So let's get the fuck out of here, shall we?
Okay, Daddy.
That's creepy.
He looks at Spider and goes, "You've just managed to make the boss feel disturbed. You're getting a cake."
Wow.
So I guess we all shuffle out of the booth, or what?
Yeah, we kind of all move and kind of, you know, like Gravedigger stands up and brushes down his clothes. Miss Melody, that's your name. Here, and he'll basically take a business card from the inside of his coat. As I said, my business is knowing things, in the case you ever require anything known or information you would like.
She stands up, takes the business card, bows in proper Japanese fashion, and offers her own.
He will take the business card. What do you do?
She is exactly as she said. She is a arcade cabinet repair person. She also can repair game consoles, computers, or even upgrade or overclock them.
Okay. He will
I'm
slip.
literally going to start looking for arcade cabinets now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have one in Harry Potter. In that thing, the vanishing cabinet. That's an arcade cabinet.
Arcade, not arcane.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I never said my sense of humor was any good.
Neither has anyone else.
Aha. Ahaha. Oh, it wounds me.
That's as much as the second shot will.
Da-da-da-da-da. Ooh. At this
I'd
point,
say Oh, go ahead.
No, you go, Caleb, by all means.
Go ahead. I was going to say that I'd say I missed you guys, but at this, as we all know, I don't miss.
Well, not twice anyway.
Yeah.
At this point, Gravedigger will take off his top hat and bow to the collective public, and he will say, "Well, as always, a pleasure. And Ms. Zhang, if I may say so, you're looking particularly fetching this evening."
Well, thank you.
Ah,
I think Spider will write down his info on a napkin, and it'll be like, protection. I think I also have skill in mechanic, so car repair, like a few other things. And he's like, "Here you go. Here's my business card."
I will point out, you're the head of security for my club, which means you probably have printed business cards.
No, I don't. I use them up.
Okay.
Don't ask where.
Okay. You
Probably
wrote your
something
pizza
that
orders
involves-
down on them so you could remember them, didn't you?
No.
Out of character, I imagine that his use of those business cards involves a white powdery substance that looks a lot like sugar.
Whoa. Yeah, probably.
Did you take like addiction cocaine or something like that?
No, I'm addicted to alcohol.
Okay.
Because I know that cocaine can get you busted.
Pyro, come on, we're going.
Okay. He'll get up. He'll toss his own business card down, which just has on it like an image of a flame with the word catering on the bottom.
Oh man, we are a bunch of edgy dorks.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I always even say that. I always say that was in character.
Yes.
And you're only figuring this out now?
No, but he's just like taking it all in.
So I take it that we will walk out into the street and close the door of the tea shop behind us.
Yeah.
Splat, splat, splat.
Haha, I survived. Already 2 splats.
Instinctively.
Another were 3. Crap.
Unfortunately, that was just a truck running over mangoes.
Goddamn mangoes. They ruined Mango Land. Even that's not even a real place. Shut up, damn you.
It was no, it was. Never heard of Mango Land. Yeah, thanks to the mangoes. So like hail a cab or something.
We have a car, or one of Gravedigger's retainers will pull the car around.
Yep. And off we go searching for establishments.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were trying to take down the establishment. I thought was our whole thing.
God, no.
No, we're trying to take down the old one and build a new one.
Yes, because ours
Okay.
is better, and we'll literally have blackjack and hookers.
Full of frill and gothery.
Oh God, not full of Guthrie. That guy irritates the shit out of me. Really joking. I actually really like Guthrie. He's a cool guy. Since we just kind of lulled into really, really, really awkward silence, are we going to call the scene, or are we going to like not? Because it's been like awkward silence for like 30 seconds.
No. Have them all come with us. We're all gonna paint the town red.
But the last time we painted the town red, we physically got paint buckets and paint and painted it red.
And
minor details.
Yeah, it's minutia, whatever.
Minutia.
So, is there anything else anyone wanted to do? I suppose.
I mean, we hung out.
Yeah, I think it's
that would be my.
And then they chilled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my question is there anything that the other, I don't even know the name of your guys' what, the Scooby Gang? Is there anything the Scooby Gang wants of Spider or of the
I would like to point out they're not actually called the Scooby Gang. I gave them that name as a derogative because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what their group's name is, but you know.
They don't really have a name.
It's kind of just
okay. That's
it's kind of just these few mages that are just kind of fucking around and not dying.
It's just the
Okay,
cabal.
okay. Well, until you come up with a better name, you're the Scooby Gang.
Yeah, you are now the Scooby Gang to us. I'm sorry. It's kind of stuck.
Damn it.
I mean, you come up with something better. Okay, yeah, I'll call you it. Or at least if you tell him it's Spider in character. We're not the Scooby Gang. We're blank.
Because you kind of did just you did kind of not in any way renege the statement. You were just like, yeah.
Okay. Well, since there's nothing else going on, I'm just gonna end the scene if we're just gonna hang out after that.
All right. Do you wanna do the outro then, Kim?
Was about to, yes. Thank you, watchers, for watching. I don't think there were any viewers, but either way, thank you. Have a good evening, or night, or morning, whenever you're watching this.